Well, I talked in my last videos about solar energy, about going to visit a farm, about sustainability and wind energy, because I was very interested in those topics. I still am, but not just on sustainability, but also on innovation in general. And something interesting that caught my attention when I was walking around Düsseldorf for one day. It was like once upon a time a few years ago. It caught my attention, this story. It was a very interesting story with avatars, 3D avatars, and when I went there I asked, they told me it was like a 3D or like 3D printing store, which printed an avatar from you physically. So I found that very interesting and I like it, so I was like, wow, I really would like to have mine one day. But I completely forgot about it, completely. So one day, like 1 year later, or maybe even a couple of years later, I don't remember how long that was, but I went to the store again. I was looking for it because I really wanted to know more about it and I remember it. So I was like, yeah, I want to pick up this topic and just learn more about it and just make it happen. So I went there. Unfortunately, I realized the store was closed and it did not open anymore. So I could see it physically there, like there was still the same name, Doob or Doob. Doob, I think that should be the name. And it was also like similar how it looked like before, but I could not see the avatars anymore. I could not see like the 3D tiny little avatars I could see from many other different people, which made me really think, like, okay, what happened here? I tried to get a hold of them. It was not really easy, but finally someone replied to my email and I was told they are not in the same business anymore. So it's not about creating a physical avatar anymore, but they went from physical to a virtual world, which is a lot more interesting to me, because I'm very interested also on metaverse, on virtual worlds, virtual reality, and I would really like to know how that is evolving right now. So I contacted the company to know more about how was the process of making the avatar, how everything would work also at a business level as well, and also if it was possible to get my avatar physically, but well, unfortunately that's not the case anymore. But they told me I could go to a workshop. I did not get like a face-to-face interview, but I could go to a workshop they were doing at a startup week, and that was a great opportunity for me to go and learn about the company, learn about what they're doing, and get to have a closer look of the process of making an avatar, which was something I wanted to know, and I would like to share my experience, because I think like many people who might get into business or might get to use an avatar for the virtual world in the metaverse, you know, they might know about it, and I think in the future it's going to be a lot more common. So I went to this workshop and I learned a lot about the company, and it was not that long. I think it was during the week on a Tuesday, and I went there. It was just for about an hour. It was not that long, and there were a few people there, so I listened to the discussion, what they had to say. It was explained about the company, how they worked, and also similar projects like this that they have been implemented around other areas, other places, other companies, like let's say Vodafone, or let's say like City Bank of America or something like that. So I could have like a really nice overview from this topic, from what they do, and also at the end of the workshop I could talk to them and also had the opportunity to have an avatar for the virtual world. I had my avatar made, and that was so nice and so much fun. Like after the end I could see how it looked like, how it danced and how it jumped. virtual you, and if you're going to be able to use it in the future, well, it's something you should be learning about it now. So after the workshop, all of us, every single people in the room, started getting our avatars. That's why it took a little bit time, just waiting for the others to get in the machine, and then after a few minutes, maybe half an hour, I had the opportunity to do it, and now I can explain to you how that works. So I went into this machine, and it was kind of like a scanning machine. You go inside, it looks like a capsule, and when you go there, you're gonna be taking pictures from many cameras all around. This machine has around 66 cameras, I think, and they all take a picture of you. Like, they scan you, they take like a picture of you simultaneously, and then start like building the avatar from you. All this information gets processed and gets stored up in the cloud very quickly, like almost simultaneously. And when it's stored there, all the details from your physical appearance, from your skeleton is also being built, from the facial gestures and expressions, like all of this with very detail starts to be built in the cloud. The process takes about from 20 minutes or up to a few hours as well, depending on how well the avatar is going to be built. So that's why, for this reason, I did not receive my avatar right away. I had to wait till the next day or a couple of days later, and then I received it to my email. But I really like it because it was so interesting. And also when you go there in the scanning machine, it's like a picture. When you go in the scanning area through security, it looks like that. It goes like this, just like a few seconds where you get all scanned, your whole body, and that's it. Then you leave the machine. All you have to do is wait till all the online process is made, till they really build it and they just do it. Of course, it's gonna take a while, but once you get your avatar, it's so much fun. I really, really love it. I can dance very well. Yeah, well, I mean, not that well. I can do a lot better in the real life. But it's so much fun, it's so cute. So if that's how it looks like, I cannot really imagine how it's going to be a few years later, when the avatars really can do almost, not everything we do, but so many things, and be like our representation in the real world. Now these kind of projects are being used in different business projects. Companies are using this kind of virtual world reality as a way to work together, as a way to have meetings. And even though it's not very common right now, I think like there's potential, there's a lot of potential to it, and there's many projects going on, a lot of innovation, a lot of development. Right now it's not really clear, it's not like very widespread out, but I do believe that it's gonna be a great thing in the future, and I really like it. I'm also curious about how the whole thing of metaverse is gonna be like. I have heard so much about it, like how many like business implement that like in the different projects they have, but also about the implication that it could have in the real life. I do believe that it's something good. It's gonna have a lot of positive impact in our future, in our lives. And of course it has like good things, bad things about it. It's more about taking the best out of it, and do not let like the bad side of it like take over. It could facilitate closer contact, connections with other people who are not just like physically present at that moment, or it might facilitate processes that are just a lot easier to be carried out that way, instead of just like going there and to do everything like physically, because sometimes it's not possible. So the virtual world gives a lot of good opportunities. There's still a lot of room for development, many things that we do not know about yet. I do not know that much about it, but I would love to. And if you have any information, anything that could help understand this topic more in depth, please just let me know. I would love to know more about it. And I do really believe in the future, in the innovation, in virtual reality and digitalization, like just going forward. So all the best for the future, and yeah, everything with the best positive mindset ever. Even if it's implemented or not, just take the best out of it. It's gonna be good.